welcome to another episode of Stand On SB Play. I am Stando.
I'm SB.
And we are doing our news vlog. And we are back here and not sitting on the couch to do our news vlog because there's so much news going on
There is.
that I've got to have it here in front of me.
We missed last week's news because there wasn't any.
Yeah, there wasn't any. But this week was a plethora.
Yeah. We don't have any 1 week, and then the next week we have enough for like 2 weeks.
Let's start off with Watch Dogs.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
Man.
As everybody knows, Watch Dogs was supposed to be a launch game for the next-gen
was.
consoles, and it got delayed to sometime in 2014, and it kind of fell into a limbo. And the trademark was falsely taken down.
Right. Well, see, the last I had read, it was not supposed to release until the holidays of this year.
Right.
That's the light, and that really hurt me because that was one of those games I was like, oh, let's do it.
New story trailer is up, and it comes out May 27th.
That is awesome.
That's why I'm so
we
got
excited.
a release date. I'm ready to do some hacking.
I know.
So you were surprised to hear about the Watch Dogs?
Yes, I was.
That was because we've not heard anything
Yep.
since they delayed it.
Yep.
It kind of just went off and fell off the
grid.
face of the world. Yeah, off the grid.
That's what I mean. So that's why I'm excited about it.
Next we got Batman.
I know that I'm really excited about that.
This
one too.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just here it is. Rocksteady returns to the Arkham franchise with Batman: Arkham Knight, which is slated to release sometime this year.
I know. That's
what 2014
That's what
release.
got me though, is because we just got Arkham Origins.
Well, that was WB Montreal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is back to Rocksteady.
Yeah, and that's what surprised
Rocksteady
me.
said this is going to wrap up their Arkham trilogy, the Rocksteady Arkham trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Which means they may be doing something else.
So do you think it's going to go deeper into the story and get to
the
point where it shows
one or two things
and Batman's,
one or two things are going to happen with this Batman series, okay? Either it's going to be handed off to WB Montreal to do, because this game's been in development for 3 years.
Right.
So either this game is going to go off into development, the Arkham series is going to continue under WB Montreal, or WB Montreal does another entry, kind of like a sequel to Arkham Origins.
Right.
While Rocksteady does another Batman story.
Behind the scene kind of thing.
Or
we'll put
just
one out.
let's leave the Arkham series and do another Batman story.
So, I mean, do you think...
Well, another third thing.
I like it when there's third things going on here.
What if Rocksteady done... I don't know. Arrow's pretty popular right now. What if Rocksteady said, we're going to do the Green Arrow game?
That would be pretty cool.
I would be happy with anything they do. Or a Justice League game.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, do you think if Rocksteady does, once they are done with the Arkham series, do you think they'd go into, like, let's say they go into the movies where they have, like, the Dark Knight, then do the Dark Knight series, or...
I don't think so.
Or they go into, like, the comic book area,
they're pretty,
and they'll stay with that
right
comic
now,
book.
they're pretty loyal to the comic book and anime fan base.
Right.
So,
and that would probably that would be a
that.
smart move though, because if they break off of that, a lot of people didn't like the Dark Knight movies. There was a few people who said they could have done without, but I enjoyed them.
Yeah, the Batman Arkham or the Dark Knight movies, the Dark Knight trilogy, they were good movies, but I don't think movies do not translate well to video games, and I don't think anybody's going to risk cloning the Batman movies, so you have nothing to worry about, except for Legos.
Legos, yeah. But you could do anything with Legos.
But they are widening the Gotham. It's not the same Gotham that we've played in before. They're widening the streets. The city layout's a little bit different because in the reveal trailer we saw the Batmobile. That's right. And it is kind of like the Tumblr-esque of the Dark Knight trilogy. So they had to widen the street because it's a free roam Batman game, and you get to drive the damn Batmobile.
That's gonna be awesome. I will probably spend 5% of my time playing the actual game, and then 95% of my time running around in the Batmobile.
And I love how they there's this big threat on Gotham, and that's how they get the people to leave. That's why there's nobody in Gotham except bad guys. It's kind of like last time. It was Christmas Eve and a blizzard. That's why there was nobody on the streets. They just find unique ways to get people off the streets in Gotham, so Batman doesn't accidentally kill an innocent.
Awesome.
I don't know if you've noticed that.
Awesome.
Kind of sad news. We got some the next two stories are pretty sad.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't like giving sad news. Jack Tretton, CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment of America, is leaving. He's retiring from Sony, and he's looking to his next venture. He's stepping down as CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment.
Wow.
Which comes after news broke that the PlayStation 4 is now the fastest selling console of all time, surpassing 6 million units sold.
Wow.
Outselling the Xbox One in Europe 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah. And, of course, everybody knows who Jack Tretton is. I'll post a picture up with the quote right here. Because, this is the guy that was... he's like a rock star, man. He's the guy who... He's worked for the company for 20 years. He presented us PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and now PlayStation 4. I think he's just ending on a high note.
Well, I mean, if this is the last era of, gaming consoles, then, he did make a good choice. He decided to end at the peak there.
Yeah, on top.
Yeah. So,
and plus, he's been doing this for 20 years. He wasn't forced out. This is something he's decided to do.
Everybody.
It's not like the competition where Don Matrick received a lot of backlash, and something probably happened behind closed doors. We're very successful. I've got job security. I'm not worried about that. I'm just
right.
I think my time is winding down at PlayStation. I've been doing this for 20 years. It's time to do something else.
Well, with them
getting a
new CEO, do you think the new CEO would try to push for another gaming console, or do you think they're gonna?
I hope so.
Stick to we're done with the gaming console. And
I don't think the internet infrastructure for at least the next 20 to 30 years is going to be ready to be gone. At least 20 years out. Soon, I do think there is a time where everything's done online, but until the internet infrastructure is there, no. So Jack Tretton says working at Sony Computer Entertainment America for the past 19 years has been the most rewarding experience of my career. Although I will deeply miss the talented team at Sony Computer Entertainment America and the passion demonstrated every day by our fans, I'm very excited about starting the next chapter of my career. I want to thank the employees, partners, and customers for their tireless commitment to the PlayStation brand, and of course to our fans who have pushed us to new heights of innovation and entertainment over the past 2 decades. I leave PlayStation in a position of considerable strength, and in the future will only get brighter for PlayStation Nation.
That's awesome.
So that is good news.
It is good.
I like it when people, are able to go out on their own terms.
Oh yeah, definitely. He deserves it. I mean,
yeah. He's the nicest guy too. He is so nice. He's just a nice guy. Naughty Dog loses Amy Hennig. Amy Hennig? Yeah. Anyway, she's the creative director for the Uncharted series, if you didn't know that. And it's been reported that she is leaving the company. It is at this time rumored by sources such as IGN and Machinima that she is being pushed out by the developers of The Last of Us, the creative directors over there, and they're going to be taking over the Uncharted project.
I don't know how well that's going to work.
Well, probably what happened is somebody, I don't know how this works. It probably works something like this: she's creative director on all 3 of these Uncharted games,
right,
and done most of the writing. So my feelings are, the other Naughty Dog team looks and says, this isn't going to work. It's kind of,
right.
We've gone over this ground before, except they didn't go to her to say it. They went over her head to say it.
Yeah.
She probably got irritated and mad.
Yep.
Things blew up. Sparks flew. She left. I don't know. We weren't in that room. Nobody was in that room. This is still rumored that she was pushed out. She might have left on her own terms. We don't know. But it is being rumored that she's been pushed out. However, Sony released a press statement saying that they are aware of Amy Hennig leaving. The development cycle and development timeline will not be affected for the next generation Uncharted game.
Awesome.
So, and we didn't have a whole lot to go on that game anyway. Other
No,
than
it
that,
was a little teaser trailer.
Yeah, a minute teaser trailer is all we've had for.
And it didn't really show anything though. Like,
yeah, all we know is Madagascar pirates.
Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. All we got from it. But I mean,
not 2014 like I was hoping. So
yeah, but I mean, we at least we get the game.
Yeah,
I mean, at least we get the game. That's all that matters.
So news on, we've had Irrational Games closing.
Yeah.
More news. Santa Monica. They had layoffs at Santa Monica.
I heard about
and canceled
that, yeah.
one of their projects. We don't know what project, but it's like this. People are, we've been talking back and forth about layoffs and all this other stuff. That's just the way it is in the gaming industry, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of the reason why we switched from with ours, what we were doing, to what we're doing now, because, there was a time that we didn't have anything to do at all. And I'm talking about, what are we supposed to talk about?
Yeah.
So it's one of those, it's either you make a decision to go and do something better for yourselves and the company, or you go in a hole, lose everything.
Right.
And
well, another thing is too is they are a business just like me and you
right
are in business together, and a lot of it is like we have our thing to work on, and we will always have that thing to work on. And yes, we will bring LaChiff to talk Xbox, but once that Xbox stuff is over, LaChiff leaves.
Right.
Or like if DeAndre decides to come over and show us Saints Row 10.
Well,
he's going to come over and show us Saints Row 10, and once that's over, he leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Me and you are the ones who stay because we constantly have something to work on.
So,
and that's what we're talking about is developers, they get these projects.
Yeah.
Let's say God of War, the next God of War.
Right.
Well, they hire all these developers in, and they keep them there until the game comes out, it releases. And then they probably work a little bit on the DLC, and then there's nothing to work on.
And then they're gone.
So you're going. We have to let you go because we can't pay you to. We're not working on anything.
Exactly.
Right. So
I mean, if you got to think though, a lot of these companies, like a lot of these developing companies, are working on multiple things. So the teams that are already there, who've been there for a while, they're always in rotation. So they're the people who always have their jobs, and But what's bad is when they hire new people in.
I'm not talking about like
they bring outside sources.
The creative director is getting laid off.
No,
I'm talking about the guy that sits here and he's. What was the best analogy I heard this week? And I can't remember who said it. The guy who is painting textures on rocks, and that's all he's doing for the entire 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
Cycle is he's just painting extra textures on the rocks.
Once
those rocks are done,
he's out of a job.
Sorry, we don't have nothing else for you.
Oh yeah, but the good thing is though that's a horrible way to go.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean the good thing is though, I mean they do take into consideration. If they have something, they always bring those people back, and they're not. Oh, this is
if they're available.
Thing. Yeah.
Well, here's another thing too.
That's another good thing about the gaming industry though.
If the project is different, like okay, let's say. We needed all these people because they specialized on this, and this is the type of game we're releasing. Our next game is not this, so I don't need those specialized people. I need a different group of specialized people for this game.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it sucks that people get laid off in the gaming industry, but that's the way it happens.
But it's not like a major layoff because they do get those calls. Hey, we've got a game, we need your skills. You have what we need. Can you come and work for us? So I mean it sucks, but if there's a time that they won't have a job, but then again, a couple weeks later, hey, we need you here now. We've got this big project.
Right.
So
that's our take on Santa Monica. Also, tell us what you think about Jack Tretton saying goodbye, and Amy Hennig. You know, she did Citizens Kane.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's an excellent game. You need to go play it.
I guess I'll have to check it out. How do you think this is going to affect the way Uncharted the story is told now? Since they're getting new,
that's the thing that bugs me the most. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, because these people don't know the game like she does.
Right.
She wrote all three of them, right? Let's had all three of them.
The Last of Us guys are the guys that are taking over. I love The Last of Us.
Right, I mean, it's a great game.
It's my game of the year. But there's a reason I love The Last of Us. It's not Uncharted.
Exactly.
I don't want Uncharted in my Last of Us, and I don't want The Last of Us in my Uncharted.
Right. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, do you think it's going to affect the way that the story is told? Do you think that it's going to follow that line of, Look, Nathan Drake and everybody? Is it still going to continue?
Regardless, the franchise is going to continue. Now, who picks up the mantle? Obviously, there are other talented people who are wonderful storytellers other than Amy Hennig, but I'm still sad to see her go because I enjoyed the first,
right,
as it stands right now, the entire trilogy.
Right.
I enjoy those.
Oh, definitely.
Uncharted 2 is probably my favorite game of the last generation.
Right.
So even over The Last of Us, Uncharted 2 is.
Oh yeah. Because
The Last of Us is a great game because of the story it tells.
But it's just like a one-time
But it's so
story.
serious and so depressing at times that you don't want to revisit that as often as, hey, this was a fun romp adventure.
Right. I want
to see that again.
And you can tell the difference too, though, because like the Last of Us is like it's a one-time story. After it's told, you can't go and add. You can't go and
they're talking about doing sequels. Maybe not with the same characters.
Right, just a different perspective of other people. Yeah. And I mean, I understand that, but it takes away from the main storyline. Like where you have Uncharted, it's the same characters, and it tells their entire story.
You're attached to the characters.
Exactly. So, I mean...
Character attachment. Absolutely. I agree with that. I am nervous.
I would say so.
But... Look how long Naughty Dog's been doing this, too. I mean, Jack and Daxter.
Oh, yeah.
Countless Naughty Dog games out there that,
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's just... I hope it don't hurt the storyline and the character,
If anything happens, Uncharted would probably fade away and a new IP would emerge.
Right.
But, I am nervous, but I'll still support it because Naughty Dog's top-notch development team. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Yep. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Stando.
I'm Espy.
And we will catch you
on the flip side.